removing it?
Well, I think Don mainly wants more information.
Don, do you need some more information?
Well, I'm not familiar with the organization, so I'll.
With which
I'll
organization?
withdraw my motion.
Okay, you withdraw your motion to table. So now we're back to the original motion to authorize Dr. Trautman to go to this event. So is there any further discussion? Hearing none, let's vote on item number 7J to authorize Dr. Trautman to represent HCDE at the FRN conference. All in favor? Item passes 7-0. Now we'll move on to item 7K. Discussion regarding possible expansion of the scope of work for the external audit of Whitney Penn. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Don Sumners. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Marvin Morris. Okay, discussion? Mr. Summers, can you explain what this means?
I'm in favor of it.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But
You want an
I don't
explanation?
understand what we mean by expansion of the scope.
Well, in the audit committee meeting, or there was the budget, which it was audit committee meeting. I asked that the auditors, add to their normal examination procedures a review of the items of expenses relating to travel, entertainment, all that kind of stuff, especially. And so they have come back with a letter that says that they would charge us an extra $3,500 to do.
Mr. Mesqua, can you explain?
Mr. Sumner, I believe the scope that will be added is to expand the professional services function 6200 for contracted services, to look at the approval process and the procurement process for those services.
You're correct.
And so the cost of that would be $3,500 added as a scope.
Right.
And so it would be to include the scope to the contract that we already had. And so that was the item that we brought up at that time.
So say that again. Now, what are we including exactly?
The approval process of contracted services and professional and consulting services to broaden the scope so they can do more test work.
What kind of tests?
To make sure that there's proper approvals, proper follow through on the flow chart. Now, that they already do that, this is adding to the scope basically additional procedures that will focus on those type of expenditures.
Well, Madam Chair, I think there's two additional things that's important to note that in that meeting when that came up, one, the auditors had clarified that that was something that they already looked at within the scope of their audit. But two, that we currently have and have had successful procedures in place to look at those very things. So Mr. Sumner's has articulated very clearly in the audit committee that he just wanted them to look deeper into that and to spend some time to specify on that.
Is there a reason for that though? Mr. Simmons,
Yes,
can you give us an
there is.
idea of what your thinking is?
The reason is that there's been some question as to whether or not items have been properly approved.
Questions by whom? By the auditors? Were they
No,
questioning
not by
you?
the auditors, by public information requests. And I thought it was worthwhile to make sure that we are properly complying with these things, the contract, and we're not just blanket approving stuff without making sure that our approvals are adequately reviewing the request for payments.
Is there,
One time, so in their next year, it wouldn't necessarily be.
No, it's just a one-time thing.
discussion? I guess I'm concerned about two things. One is $3,500 is not that much money. But to begin to do business differently because somebody has requested public information, in my mind, just opens up all kinds of doors to what are we really doing here? We have procedures in place to do what needs to be done to approve all invoices. I've not known of anywhere we did not have a proper approval before we paid somebody, especially consultants. So I guess, in my mind, this would be a waste of money, but like I said, $3,500 is not very much money. It's more a matter of setting precedent to do something that we don't really need to do. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote on item number 7K. All in favor? It's 3-4. All opposed? 2 opposed, 3 opposed. Okay. And is there an abstention? 1 abstention, so it's 3-3. And I think that takes no action, if I'm not mistaken, Sarah. So it's 3, 3, and 1 opposed. So we won't be doing that at the moment. Excuse me. Now we'll adjourn into executive session under Texas government. Yes, the executive session will be in the conference room. If you would like to stay in this room, you're welcome to do so. We're adjourning into executive session under Texas Government Code, so 551.001-551.084, including but not limited to 551.071 through 551.074.